So folks, good afternoon from Painesville, specifically here at the headquarters of JNB Foundation in Rehab specifically. This is Spoon TV and I'm Sylvester Chidople. From health to agriculture, the Joseph Newman Boaka Foundation is receiving fertilizer equipment to supply institutions across the 50 counties of the Republic of Liberia. So as you can see, this contains a number of boxes that have fertilizers, and these fertilizers will be distributed across the 15 counties of Liberia in support of farmers, those organizations or institutions that are involved fully in farming to be able to augment their working. So in the previous time or months, the foundation has been assisting health institutions like JFK, Redemption Hospital, and other health-related institutions in terms of equipment. But this time around, the JNB Foundation is receiving agricultural products as items to be able to aid institutions that are in agricultural activities. So stay with us as we bring you this live from the headquarters of the JNB Foundation in Painesville, Monrovia, Liberia. So they have started offloading these materials here. This container is being locked up with so much of these containers, boxes that you are seeing here. So quickly, we will be speaking to the executive director of the Joseph Newman Boaka Foundation to give us more detail about this container that contains fertilizers. So we have been told this is a donation. So donation from whom and to where, for what purpose? This is why we want to engage the executive director to give us more updates as it relates to this donation from the Joseph Newman Boaka Foundation right there in Rehab Community, Painesville. So fertilizers have been received by the JNB Foundation here.
They are on the trawler and they are being arranged in another container. This one looks like a colorful container also, I guess.
So see the executive director himself actively involving in this. Yes, we have to ask the purpose of all of you to make it official. That's why. But you know, as journalists, we have been given this information. But to officially be informed, we have to hear from the director, the executive director himself, and so that he can officially disclose the information. But this these containers or boxes contain fertilizers, and the fertilizers will be distributed across the 50 counties of Liberia to institutions that are fully involved with farming. So farmers across the 15 counties of Liberia should be in the readiness to receive fertilizer in support of their agricultural activities. So here we are. This is Spoon TV. Sylvester Chudo Place Money. Kane still with us as we making effort to speak to the JNB Foundation Executive Director to give a little more detail about this consignment here at the headquarters of the Joseph Nyoma Boakan Foundation.
Let's see now we can get
So let's see how best to speak to the executive director. Yes. Honorable Director, welcome to the media. Yeah, so we actually see, boxes contain fertilizer from the container. You'll have to tell the public exactly what are you receiving and from whom, and what's the purpose of all of these materials.
Well,
You want to introduce yourself? No problem, of course.
I'm the executive director. We did receive from our donors a container of fertilizer, as you have seen. The idea is to provide this to small farmers to improve the quality of the product. And so we will be working with the Ministry of Agriculture. They know best who the farmers are. And so they will help us in the distribution of these fertilizer to small farmers across the country.
So you care to tell us what's the quantity of a shipment that you've received in country?
Well, this is a 20-foot container, totaling over $220,000 worth of product. And again, like I said, the goal is to provide this to small farmers across the country to improve the quality of the product. This fertilizer is more of a liquid kind you spray on the product, and the product is dissolved as compared to the hard one where you put on the ground, it has to rain or water, pour water on. This is dissolved into the crops.
We also understand this is a donation. From whom?
Well, we like to keep our donors anonymous.
Okay.
Yes. But anonymous, yeah. But this container was shipped from India.
From India.
Correct.
Okay. So it is the Ministry of Agriculture that will do the distribution to the small farmers, or how are you going to involve you yourself?
What we like to do at the foundation when we receive a donation like this, like we did with incubators, with X-ray machines, we like to give 70% of this to public use, and then 70% we at the foundation will distribute. So we will give 70% of this to the Ministry of Agriculture. Like I said, the Ministry of Agriculture may test how to distribute this product. And so they will do the distribution in collaboration with us. They will come up with a list of how much they want to provide this product to. We'll work with them, do the distribution, follow up, make sure that the product is reaching the farmers. And then after that, we'll do an assessment to see how well the fertilizer fared in these locations. So we hope that this will be spread out to the 15 counties. So every county will receive some of this product.
It seems like you are progressively hitting the various sectors of the government of Liberia. You usually go into health, and now you are transitioning to agriculture. I mean, what would you say about leaving health now you going into agriculture?
We're not leaving. Like I said, when we did the 33 incubators across the country, we did 6 X-ray machines in 6 counties: Montserrado, Bombing, Bapolo, Tapeta, Sino, and Bunjima. We have 6 pillars that the founder of this foundation is very passionate about. Agriculture happens to be one of the 6 pillars: health, education, water and sanitation, youth and women empowerment. So there's a lot of things that we do across, but when you get donations in these areas, that's where you focus. And so for now, we focus heavily in the healthcare area. We started to seek donation in agriculture, and this is what we have.
So are you saying, does that suggest that this could appear as one of your first shipments since you started adding some efforts to
In terms of
the
agriculture.
farming area?
This is our first major shipment. Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, you want to come and meet the...
Yes.
So let's see.
Yes.
So,
We can talk to you too as well.
Precisely about statistics on the arrival of the materials. You also, according to your partners have reached out to hand you this donation. What other good news from the JNB Foundation as the executive director? Speaking of donations and other efforts, what other information would you love to give members of the press as you get this donation also?
Well, we are seeking to help most of the sector. We are looking at ambulances around the country. We are asking our donors to help us get some of those. So we're looking at buses coming in to help facilitate transportation.
Okay.
You already know that we have 6 ferries across this country. And we're trying to refurbish our ferries, making river wide. But they're very much major transportation is real out here. We have one of our ferries in the Kennedy River. That's basically we're trying to get it back. We got one in Riverside, one in Buchanan, 2 or 3 in Bung, and then one in Nimba. And so we've done a lot as a foundation, and we continue to do a lot. Our job is to supplement. We are not solving all problems, but what we're doing is to supplement, to provide aid where we believe as a foundation is necessary. And that is why this fertilizer, we believe this technology is a new technology, and is a very good technology that will help farmers grow the food, preserve the food, and this will be good for our country.
So, Mr. Director, I want to ask you the question because for the past time we have been interviewed and some of the comments we usually receive from the public as feedback. Do you want to make it clear that the President of the Republic of Liberia has not intervened or interfered with the foundation? Because sometimes people think that since the President who this foundation is named after is the one that directing some of the resources to the foundation and what have you. What do you have to say to that?
Well, that's a good question. I wish the president was focusing, but he resigned. He's no longer, if you know the president, he doesn't play like that. That's why he resigned. We have a chairman of the board. We have a new board. We do this totally. The president. I wish the president would be another president who would pay, do all of this. No, he doesn't. Okay. So he doesn't commingle stuff. He doesn't interfere. This is totally our work. The chairman has done a good work in terms of reaching out. So we reach out outside of this country. None of these donations coming from inside our country. Reach outside of our country. We look at where we can find donations. So to those who are saying we're using resources within which we could, but no, this president is not the one who is holding those stuff or giving staff into the possibility of doing that. So you can see the foundation. In other areas, it will be totally different. In this area, it's totally different, and we like it that way. So this foundation was here since 2018. It's not necessarily because he became president of the foundation. All the areas that we have, all the work that we've done over the years, the scholarship program, all of these things were done prior to him being president. we're still working with it. So I like the fact to get this clear. Yes, while he's the president of the Republic of Nigeria, founder of the foundation, right? What we've done is to help supplement government. So these fertilizers, like I said, 70% of these fertilizers, the Ministry of Agriculture, they know best all of the farmers around the country, who need it best, which region need it best. They will make that determination. We work with them to ensure that the farmers get the fertilizer, they are trained to use the fertilizer. And the fertilizer we have to report our data.
Okay.
So after we
Because speaking about report, I was about to ask this question. What would you say to some people who think these products might not end up in the hands of the actual beneficiaries? Because I want to assume you will want to work with, as you're working with the Ministry of Agriculture, you want to track some data, you want to report, to your donors and all of that.
So, like I was saying, like we did with the X-ray machine and incubators. When we contacted the Ministry of Health, we worked with the Ministry of Health. They identified a location throughout the country. We were there. We helped install equipment. And the same thing we're going to do with the agriculture product. We're going to work with the Ministry of Agriculture. They're going to identify the farmers. We're going to be led to go with them to make sure that these farmers are receiving the product. Then after that, we'll do an assessment to ensure that these products are being used by farmers. And that's the idea. So we put a system in place that is totally different. We do assessment, person assessment. So once they identify the farmers, then we'll go and see where these farmers are before we get it. And once they get the product and begin to use the product, then we'll come back again and see so we can do a total assessment and report to our donors.
That is in the spirit of transparency.
Correct.
Okay. I guess that would do it unless we've seen
yes, let's see samples.
Yes. And show us. Are there any data on their variants, if I may use that word, on the type of fertilizers they are? Sure.
Agriculturist.
Okay.
You can see. I don't know.
Is that liquid? Okay.
Yeah, there's two kinds we have, and this is just one of them.
Okay.
So you can see the price. I mean,
Sure.
This one can is very valuable.
Okay. Because.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll also cross over quickly to the chairperson of the JNB Foundation. He's also here at the offloading of this product. There you have. Then we have up to.
Yes. So, Mr. Chairman, you want to update us, to make addition to what the ED has said already, as it relates to the
just said almost everything. Just to add up, this is urea. This is the cutting edge technology when it comes to agriculture, when it comes to fertilizer. What one container can do in urea, in this cutting edge technology, what you got as NPK, the one that fertilizer that look like salt. Let me hold that. The one that look like salt.
Yes.
You need like almost 10 containers of this to make up to one of this. That's how powerful this technology is. And so when you heard the ED saying that this product is valued about $220,000, you gotta believe it.
Yeah, $220,000. United States dollars.
That's it. That's United States dollars. It is very powerful. And we are working closely with the Ministry of Agriculture. This product, just one of this, just this one, can fertilize a whole acre. One.
Oh, okay. One of this.
Just one.
Wow.
This one alone.
Wow.
Fertilizes a whole acre. So, I mean, it's a very powerful product.
So
technology.
One of this bottle, about how many of them in one?
How many of them in one? So
about 24, right?
How many
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 24.
24. So 24 acres right there.
24.
24 acres. That's why it's very expensive.
One cartoon is 24 acres.
24 acres, just one carton.
Times, how many cartoons do we have here?
Well, we don't know how many cartons. But I think we have it record here, but I think it should be over. But well, you will get it before you leave. Yeah, but it's here in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So that means it's going to be massive across the 15 countries of Liberia.
Because just like we did recently, like Edie was saying, exhibitions cut across the various regions of the country. We definitely going to do whatever we can to make sure that it may not be 100%, but we will make sure that we affect the various regions of the country, so that farmers working along with the Ministry of Agriculture to ensure that farmers receive these. We're going to follow it up. I mean, that we're going to make sure it reach the farmers. You understand? Working with the Ministry of Agriculture to ensure it reaches.
I want to.
We met the Ministry of Agriculture, we met the Ministry of Materials. They are laid out the country into five regions. And they're trying to grow technical services around the so that, and we warehouse them. So that's a good thing for us, because then we know that our donation will be in the right with our technicians.
Correct.
Right. To help these farmers.
Okay. So unless you have any message for your donors, as you've already received the shipment before we leave you.
Yeah, we want to thank our donors. We have many donors outside of this country, especially almost all the containers we've been getting out is lobbying, going out, like the chairman was saying, like Edie was saying to you. We love it. We go out there, talk to people, and since we took over as chairperson of the foundation, we've done our best to lobby. And so some of our donors want to be anonymous. We respect that. Some want to be known. Anonymity is important. So you want to respect that as well. But we want to thank our donors for such a massive donation. When you look at the quality of it, the amount spent is huge. And this is going to go along. This is the beginning of the partnership. We're going to do more to ensure that that brings to the budget. In a nutshell, I want to thank our partners and our donors for being a blessing to that brand farmers.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for talking to us.
You want to introduce yourself, your name, man?
Well, I'm David Salvatoma Jr., chairman of the JNB Foundation, chairman of the board of directors.
All right. Thank you, Reverend.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So, you just listened to the executive director and followed by the chairman of the foundation. That's the JNB Foundation. So they are still here offloading these boxes of containers here at the rehab belt. So as you listen to the chairperson, he said one of this bottle, fertilizer bottle, can cover an acres of land in terms of fertilizing. So imagine 24 bottles contain one of the cartons, and we have close to thousands of the cartons that are going to be distributed across the 15 counties of the Republic of Liberia in support of farmers who are small farmers who are in agricultural activities. So still with us, though, the donor's name is being undisclosed because according to the management, the donors prefer not to be named. So we are not measuring them, but this is a good news for farmers across the Republic of Liberia. 70% of these materials will be turned to the Ministry of Agriculture for onward distribution. So moving on, farmers should be in the readiness to receive fertilizer across the 50 counties of Liberia, whether be it Grand Cape Mount, River G, Maryland, Grand Coulee, Sino, Lofa, Bome, Cape Mount. I mean, wherever across the 50 counties of Liberia, you are about to receive fertilizer that will augment your agricultural production in Liberia. So agriculture is one of the pillars of the arrest agenda of His Excellency President Joseph Nyoman Boakai. Though this foundation, according to the chairman, the president has resigned from this foundation since he became the president of the Republic of Liberia and he has nothing to do with this foundation. So, but yet still, the foundation continues to contribute to the arrest agenda of the president's, agenda, to say that. So, and normally, or usually, the foundation has been immensely contributing to health, but now it has also started going into agriculture in support of the president's agenda. So, offloading continues here. This is a very big container, and this offloading will not going to be stopped, in minutes or an hour, because it's very much massive. But at the end of this offloading, we will be able to talk to the ED to conclude about this consignment that have been received by the foundation. Thank you so much.
You taking pictures, right? Yeah, you can. Because when we're to tell over the Ministry of Agriculture, we'll say for you that.
All right. So.